A Broward County teacher bullied, humiliated, and ridiculed an 8-year-old student with autism and ADHD, even going so far as calling him Dumbo, during a December 2015 parent-teacher conference, according to a lawsuit filed earlier this month in U.S. District Court in Miami by the boy's mother, Savannah Varner. Varner contends that Sally Nardi, the boy's third-grade teacher at Park Springs Elementary in Coral Springs throughout the 2015-2016 school year, wrongfully accused him of forging his mother's initials on his planner. He and his mother share the same initials, chastised him in front of the entire class for lying, then subjected him to a police-style investigation and class-wide survivor-style vote to determine whether or not he was telling the truth. Varner is suing Broward County Public Schools for negligence in violating the Americans with Disabilities Act. She is also suing Nardi and her son's fourth-grade teacher, Jennifer Pugach, for negligent and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Neither woman could be reached for comment. District does not comment on potential, pending or open litigation, says Kathleen Brennan, a public information officer for Broward County Public Schools when asked about the abuse allegations. This case arises out of the gross neglect and abuse of an 8-year-old child with disabilities, wrote Toronto Luciano. The public school system of Broward County subjected a 3rd and 4th grader to intimidation, bullying, abuse, teasing, isolation, and public humiliation. Perhaps the most shocking moment came during a December 2015 parent-teacher conference when Nardi snapped at Varner's son, "Hey Dumbo, turn around," while he was playing with toys off to the side of the room, says Varner's lawyer, Alex Toronto Luciano. Varner was just flabbergasted, he says. It was so out of nowhere, and she couldn't believe the teacher had just said that in front of her. While Varner was able to get her son transferred out of Nardi's class, the abuse began anew the following year around Christmas, when the 4th-grade teacher, Pugach, told Varner her son needed to be medicated and moved him away from the tables shared with the rest of the class. He remained separated for 5 months. The boy used to be a happy kid, but after years of mistreatment at the hands of his teachers, he began coming home crying, the lawsuit alleges. He told his mom he wanted to hurt himself, that he felt like a piece of garbage, and that, "I felt like I was on a different planet drifting further and further away every day," according to the suit. After months of isolation from his fellow students, Varner says her son began to shut down emotionally. By March 2017, the boy began to show extreme emotional distress at home in the form of talking to himself in a venting manner which was deeply alarming and distressful to his mother, the lawsuit states. When the boy began to cry at school, even hiding under his desk, Varner says the teacher said in front of the whole class, "No wonder no one wants to work with you." Eventually, Varner's son became scared to go to school. He opted out of a class field trip to a museum, fearing his teachers would intentionally abandon him there, the lawsuit states. Varner says the school disciplined her son for his disabilities, rather than addressing his needs as they are required to do. Isolating special needs children as the Broward County school teachers did can cause serious emotional damage to kids and stunt their development, leaving them with lingering insecurities and trauma that can be difficult to overcome. This isn't the first time Broward schools have been in trouble for abusing young children. In 2014, 4th-grade teacher Jennifer Forshee was arrested for allegedly forcing a 10-year-old student to unclog a urinal with his bare hands. Victim's hands were saturated in what smelled like urine from the urinal and the paper towel that was in the urinal, read a Coral Springs police report obtained by CBS Miami. The teacher maintained that she did nothing wrong. A lawyer for Broward County Public Schools is trying to get Varner's lawsuit dismissed on technical grounds. Toronto Luciano says the boy has been placed in a nurturing, loving school environment. "It's a horrific situation," Toronto Luciano said. "No parent should have to hear their child describe their school day the way that boy did.